Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Traders Frontiers. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 21. Start at 251.19. We have people to level up. We just took that mission at the end of last episode. And upon landing in the zone, learn about a new contact. Not so important. Spying. Learn a rumor. Automatically pass failed electronic systems when attempting to access the black market. Yeah, sure. Let's get that. Got a couple of those. These are all E-techs. That's funny. Yeah, boosted shields. Okay. Boosted shields. When spying in the orbitive system, replace a risk card with credit scheme reward card. Sure. And a navigator. Okay. That's a new contact. That's a good one. Right there. Talk of Far Worlds is a really good one to have. Storm Navigator. How many do I have? I have 4 people with talents for storms. Okay. And reduces fuel cost. I'll do that. So, I want to talk briefly for a minute while we're getting ready to go on this mission about the lack of videos. I've been trying to get this series out on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and I know some of you missed it. There's been a lot going on. We also have to check our ship real quick. Do I have prisoner 01? Good. I need that. So there's been a ton of stuff going on, which is preventing me from being able to record a bunch of new videos. And we'll fight this guy, and I'll talk about that. About what's going on. Let's go to Twitch Surge, this guy. So I got asked to participate in Turn-Based Fest. That's the first thing. And Turn-Based Fest starts tomorrow, if I get this video out today, which is a very cool thing. So I'm going to have a chance to showcase a game, which will be USC Counterforce. Should be very, very cool. Actually, I'm not going to say should be. It is. I've already finished the video for the showcase. There are a whole bunch of people involved in Turn-Based Fest. Turn-Based Thursdays is something that shows up on Twitter quite often. And there's a whole community built around it. And there's a Discord channel and all that stuff. And games like this, which are turn-based, of course, fall under that umbrella. So they're doing Turn-Based Fest, and they're showcasing up to 300 different games. Those, when they contacted us, the content creators, and said, hey, do you want to be a part of this? We had our choice of games, and there were a lot to choose from. I mean, 300 is a lot of games. I've been following USC Counterforce on oh, and I blew up the ship by accident. Darn it. Okay. Orchestrated salvage. Well, I have been following USC Counterforce on Twitter for a long time. They keep posting screenshots and small video clips and talking about the game, and it just looked really intriguing to me. So definitely go to the channel. It's going to be a premiere, which is something I've never done on YouTube before. Go there, check it out. Let's see what's going on here. And watch that premiere. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be there in chat and get to talk about that game and a bunch of other different things. And then the second thing was I got... So Turn-Based Fest obviously has taken up a lot of time. Getting the key to the demo version of the game and then playing it. Okay. The controls and... on different games have me frazzled. So I got a beta key early, or I guess what you want to call an alpha key. USC Counterforce is still in alpha stage right now, but it's very playable. It's very cool. And you have to spend a lot of time, playing the game so you can make a video and speak knowledgeably about what's going on, of course. So I had to do that. Well, almost at the same time the Turn-Based Fest thing happened, another developer, another publisher, in fact, reached out. They have a bunch of turn-based and strategy games. And they reached out to me and said, do you want a key for this game that's coming out on December 13th? So you can do a review that would launch on the same day as the game. And when I saw what the game was, I was like, are you kidding me? So Master of Magic, which is a remake of the 1996 game, I think is when it came out. Master of Magic. There have been a bunch of games that have tried to replicate the Master of Magic formula since that game first came out. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. Smart Captain. A whole pile of your crew are going to die. If you tried without me, this is going to be a very good deal. I like it already. I dislike the sound of that, but I'm going to let it ride for now. Officers, lock him up. So we have this person. We're going to lock up and we're going to try this thing. Okay. So anyway, Master of Magic. Let's go here. Master of Magic was just a fantastic game when it came out. It did not have the best graphics, but it came out shortly after Civilization 2, which was really the first game that ever made me, I guess, I don't want to say fall in love because I hadn't fallen in love with it yet, but it made me really like strategy gaming. It made me really like 4X gaming, to be specific. And I was like, whoa, what is this? So I played a ton of Civ 2. I really liked it. I've talked about it a lot before on my Stellaris videos. And then Master of Magic came along. And that was the game that completely sold me on 4X gaming. It made me fall in love with it. It was just so much fun. It's a fantasy setting. It had the concept of an upside down before Stranger Things was a twinkle in anybody's eye. It was just fantastic. I liked that it had turn-based army combat, so your army's on a battlefield, so you could position them and use spells and all this. It was just really neat. And a lot of games have tried, like I said, to duplicate that formula since then, and they have failed. Some of them have been moderately successful, I guess, but nothing has really captured that, pun intended, that magic of Master of Magic. So I really wanted to get that key and work on that game, and I'm still in the process of working my way through it so I can get a knowledgeable review out in time for the game's release. And I'm not going to say anything more on that, good or bad, to give it away. I'm really curious to dive a little deeper into the game. She's a soldier, and she not only gets a level, she gets another talent. So combat ones, there's this in crew combat rifle attack advances one slot. You hardly ever want to do that. Full auto hits 2 targets, and it debuffs yourself with a minus 25% ranged accuracy, minus 25% all damage, and minus 10% ranged defense for 2 turns. I don't understand why it has these huge negatives. I don't get it, so this is why I never use that one. Concussion grenade you can only use from the first slot. This is really for shotgunner soldiers. See, so the soldier is an interesting class because a lot of its combat talents are designed to be used in the first 2 slots, which is what you want if you're going to use a shotgun, a shock trooper soldier. But then we need the talents that are in the back. So we need to look at, we've got all of these. What is this class? What are these classes? I still never memorized these. Okay, so that's pilot. We don't worry about that. This is the sniper and this is the soldier. Okay. So we basically grabbed every good sniper one there was, except for, let's see, there's Unseen Fear. Threat of a hidden sniper sows terror among those in the room. Frontline enemy suffers terror from unseen threat, hits 2 targets and pins target and causes minus 2 initiative. Minus 25 range defense for 2 turns in addition to morale loss. That's a really nice effect, because none of the other ones here for the soldier really work from the end. There's ferocity, but again, minus ranged accuracy. It does give you more damage and critical, but I don't like using that one. Discipline removes all debuffs and buffs yourself with range defense, 10% armor, plus 25% resist debuffs for turns. That's pretty good. We're going to be fighting the Xenos, so the more debuffs we have, the better. But I kind of want Unseen Fear. Let's see if that can affect the Xenos in the first slot. She is a swordsman, and she is up to, yeah, she's got Wing Commando 5, which is as high as you want to take that. So just keep adding this for evasion. Sharp counter you don't need. Flash Fury in crew combat. Blade attack with 25% armor piercing, 25% critical, and removes all buffs from the target and knocks the target back a slot. That's a great one to have, and our other sword person has that. E-Tech. Yeah, so spines, just do that, and then let's see, boosted shields. When spine reroll a risk card, we'll just get all the spine stuff out of the way. Wild flying forward thrusters. Which one do we have less of? And then what's this? Wild flying. Okay, so now we got 4 of those. I never use that buff anyway, but yeah, so 2 things landed on my plate really close together. Turn-based fest and a review for a key and a review video coming up from Master of Magic. So, and then there's also the news that I ran into, and you'll see new videos for this coming out. There is a DLC coming out for MechWarrior 5, which we've ran some videos on this channel, and I have successfully modified it again to pay out a little more salvage to make it a little bit more bearable. So you'll see new episodes of MechWarrior 5 coming up. And because I wanna get a little further into the game before that DLC comes along. Wow, we got mission success on the first time. I'm a little rusty. Still found it without too much trouble. I'd say without any trouble. I got it on the first try. That never happens. What's the status of the installation? It's locked up tight and buried under a solid landslide. Even without digging down to an entrance, our scanners are picking up enough power fields to indicate that the security systems are operational. Finish the digging and tell your combat team to get prepped. The real danger is just ahead. Alright. So now we have to do second stage. I did tell you that I was just hired muscle for the Gux, didn't I, Captain? Well, you're in luck. I was smart. Cunning hired muscle. I listened and I watched. I am no security expert, but I can get us through the perimeter. We're counting on it, Trike. Remember, it's why you're here and alive. I'd be much better at it if you let me out of these restraints. Do we release him, Captain? Up to 2 crew or officers may suffer a fatal wound as we attempt to break through the Gux's outer defense, even with Trike's help. If we release him, our crew and officers will only suffer a single fatal wound from the security. Both a skill-saving talent and a life-saving talent can prevent such lethal failures. Release him, but if you cross us, I will personally kill you. We're all in this together, Captain. Alright. Well, I hope so. Ancient codes. Trike remembers a few ancient passcodes. Up to 2 crew or officers will suffer deadly wounds. That's interesting. I don't remember this from doing this mission before, but I must have, because I've done pretty much every mission in the game, I think. So Trike remembers a few agent passcodes that might disable the interlink security systems. Wow, okay. That could have gone better, Captain. We're inside now. The bunker is simple, small, and sterile. There is basically nothing here except the blast doors leading to the vault. We must still pierce the inner defenses. However, our progress into the bunker is permanent, and we can leave for a time if we need to rest and recoup before risking the next mission step. No, I don't think so. Let's see. Volkar Longfoot's lifesaver talent saved Navigator Heather Highland's life. Great. Guxmeem's defenses are formidable. Continue. So what's our crew look like? I need to see officers. Richard. So everybody's healthy. We might as well keep going then. End of a means. This part is going to be very dicey. We need everyone you've got who is a whiz with electronics. We're going to have to disable multiple triggers simultaneously to get into the vault. Inside job. We have a saving talent. From inside the bunker, Trike has had time to study the systems and defenses. With enough well-trained hands on deck, he can disable the deadly security systems on the inner vault without putting anyone at risk. I like this mission. There's a lot more to it than normal. That's cool. Guxmiga Bunka. Alright everyone, take your positions. These final security measures are all hardwired together. To cut their input, the timing has to be extremely precise. I need you all to be 100% focused. Everyone, on point. Lives depend on this. Security clearance AX321-B. Trike, slow down, we're not ready. Suddenly, the vault door snaps open and Trike steps through without a scratch. It has been a dull ride, Captain. Jam that door! Worse than just betrayed. Tricked into letting him out of his pit-rotten shackles. Our crew, hovering over the exposed guts of the system, managed to disable the door before it could close fully. You knew what you were doing, Captain. Freedom's taste is spice sweet. He's already out an escape tunnel in the back. After him. Watch out. Oh no. Beep. He's turned the security turrets against us. Oh no. That one just moved. Those aren't turrets. Combat team, forward. Even as the living violations of Shaylin law skitter toward our surging combat team, a distant explosion signals Trike has already made good his escape. To arms. The battle is joined. Okay. He lied to us about how much he knew about this bunker. Thinking quickly, my crew jammed the door, but he has turned this place's pit-cursed autonomous security droids against us to cover his escape. The Guxmiga's data cube has been added to our cargo. Well then, time to fight the security droids. Oh look, but there's only 2 of them. They have a lot of initiative though, right off the bat. Okay. Well, let's buff our party here. Oh, thank goodness that missed. Backline leader, okay. Same thing with you, buff. They do have morale. Everybody appears to play by the same kinds of rules, so I don't know what kind of damage this thing can do if it hits me is the problem. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can stun one of them. It resisted the stun. Okay. And we didn't do a lot of damage to it, so I'm going to buff him up. Let's see, can you morale these guys? The Toxin Terror works, that's cool. Oh, okay. Can you stun this one? Nope. Oh, and it hit her. She passed a 59% death chance and survived to fight another day. Oh my gosh. Oh, hardcore. He's got 7 initiative. What do I want to do with him? This is tough. This is brutal. I can buff the entire team. Plus 25% ranged accuracy. 1 shot. 2 times weapon use. That'll put me in a penalty. So will this. Eagle Eye. Buff yourself with plus 2 initiative, plus 10% ranged accuracy. I'm going to do that. I'm going to hope that I can fire next turn. Man, that's tough. Okay, so let's do Whirling Blade. We gotta kill. Oh, I figured that's what was gonna happen, is they had a ton of hit points and they also mow you down. These things might be tougher than the Jaida. This is really brutal. Okay, this can knock their initiative down. That helps. Doc, I would recommend you try to... I don't know if reducing their morale will cause them to stop or not, but... Staggering hit. 27, it won't put me in the penalty, so I can shoot next turn. That thing's going to get a shoot at us, so I'm going to try to kill that. Okay, it didn't. Oh my goodness. Yeah. This thing's gonna get a shoot, which is too bad, and we already used this, so we can't reduce its initiative. I have a lot of options here that are very good. This reduces it by 2 initiative. If I did this again, could I kill this one This is still going to have 3 initiative. It's still going to have 3 initiative. Knocks target back 1 slot. I don't think positioning matters with those. And this is going to cost me 8. Okay. At least prevent one of them from shooting at us. Okay, the doctor went. Richard passed a 57% death chance and survived to fight another day. Okay. This is not friendly, is it? More buffs, do more damage. Okay, you have 1 shot. Where is it? Right here. Stealth mode required. I'm not in stealth mode anymore. Staggering hit then. Stealth mode required. This can do minus 10% ranged accuracy. Okay. This is just gonna have to work. Oh, I can't believe it. 2 people. Oh my gosh. They both passed their death saves. Oh. Oh, hard mode. Those were not great saves either. 57%. They're destroyed. The vault is mostly still in one piece. Find the evidence if it's still there. Captain, it's basically empty. There's a single data cube here protected in a blast case. Every step of this something is wreaked. Now this. We have recovered a strange piece of armor made of undescribed material. We have dubbed it the Gux Weave. We have gained a major experience reward and defeated the Gux's autonomous strike droids. Trike escaped. He's been planning this for a long time. From the very start, was he working for Gux Mega? If he's smart, he will disappear and we will never see him again. Alright, what were those droids? Were completely autonomous, but they followed Trike's commands immediately. They died defending his escape. Was it Narvidian tech? No, those were human-made. The Gux are known to be legendary for their evil intelligence. She must have created those. And then there are more of them somewhere. Yeah, and I don't want to have to fight them again. Trike was not lying, Captain. Gux Mega recorded conversations, interactions, and ship logs entries from her time as Mare Kahot. Listen to this. Heard enough. It's what Trike promised. It is one-sided and inconclusive, but it's exactly what Sylvain von Shaw sent us to find. We have recovered a strange piece of armor made of undescribable material, dubbed it the Gux Weave. Yeah, major... Okay, so... The data wasn't even encrypted? Only the most basic protocols. I had it cracked in less than a minute. Why was there no protection on something so important? I see. The only thing here is the recordings and documents about Brockstrom? Nothing else, Captain. The vault is empty except this data cube and the wreckage of those droids. Huh. It's a perfect package of evidence. Yeah. We need to hand it over to the Arbiter. We're staring straight into the web of lies that a Gux weaves, and I understand evil just a little more today. Our mission has 2 possible resolutions, turning the data cube over to Brockstrom for destruction or returning it to Von Shaw. Well, you know what? Von Shaw got us into this mess. I have a feeling she was in cahoots with that guy, with Trike, so I am not of the mind to give her the thing that she sent us to get, because, screw that. I almost got 2 of my officers killed. The mechanic gets to level up. Peak reactor burn. In ship combat, increases the flight plan duration of all currently launched and defensive interdictors. We don't have bombers, so purges your ship of 1 debuff caused by enemy talents with a resilience-based chance to purge it of 3 debuffs. But what's her resilience? It's 23, so it's almost a 25% chance to have that happen. That's pretty good. I like that. Let's pick that one. We got a pilot and a zealot. So for the pilot, sure. We've got a bunch of Twitch surges. We got 6 guided fires, 3 devastating shots. Just grab that. Remove a risk card when spying thing instead. And the Zealot. Fanatical Court. Yeah. I wish there was a little bit more of a purpose for this. Controlling the system, re-roll all 5 cards and get a new hand. Summary execution. No. When patrolling a system, replace a risk card with a pirate or reward card. Sure. We'll do that. Alright. So let's go see this. End over means. However, he has the leverage for the moment, and the intelligence officer wants the evidence against the Arbiter Brockstrom above all else. We're to escort Trike as a prisoner. Yeah. So, demon in a bottle. So these are our chances. The truth of Arbiter Brockstrom's methods must be made public to protect both the United Coalition, or we must turn this cursed cube over to... Yep, that's where we want to go. Let's go see her. We can retreat. Yeah, I haven't paid attention to this in a while, so... Wow, look at that reputation. It's positive for almost everyone. That is awesome. Steel Song has actually got the lowest one right now. Hunter we don't really count, so... That's awesome. I love it when you can get to the end stage of the game like that. Have positive faction reputation with everybody. I'm gonna remember that for future playthroughs, that helping out with the Hawks seem to pay dividends. So we'll get some fuel. Pay the crew. Level up 3 more people. Oh, the swordsman. Alright, darling. You just got 12 evasions. See if you can keep pumping that number up. We need to avoid those robots if we run into them again. Alright, so... This one restores 2 targets morale and removes all debuffs. It's nice because knife work basically does the same thing as far as removing all debuffs, but it doesn't restore any morale. And then there's blade attack, hits 2 targets, successfully attack buffs yourself, and you get some minus melee and range defense though, so I don't ever want to use that. This is skewering thrust. Hits 2 targets, 10% critical, advances 1 slot. And this uses 16 total. Having skills that move around, but we already have one that moves us up. This advances 1 slot, and this advances 1 slot for 12. So if you have to advance a slot, that's kind of better. Although this hits 2 targets, which is pretty cool. And slash and retreat, we don't have one that moves ourselves back. I like having that one too. I like having slash and retreat. That's good. And then a pair of pilots. Reduce fuel cost. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, off we go. Oh, what do we have here? On our way, we have one of these things. We have a mission here. Ends over means. Oh, no. No. Try again later. That's not what we're doing. We're not taking it to her. No. Sorry, honey. I am not giving you this. I'm no fan of Brockstrom either. It's just that Trike getting away felt bad. Submit to inspection. What's our 61 rep? We're just going to retreat. We lost your reputation, so we're at 59. I'm not going to bribe them. Okay, ends over means. Palace Halls, a normal seeming meeting with their arbiter at the Devaltos Palace will allow us to hand over the Gex Cube without any suspicion. You may be very surprised by what we're about to give you, Estelle. If what we believe is true, then even you are completely unaware of what we are about to share with you, that you once worked with Gux Miga. What do you mean, Captain? The Gux are no allies of the Zendu. In the end, we realized that you had been played. Now, you need to see it for yourself. We had ample time to review this evidence before we came, and we weighed our decision heavily. The Arbiter passed through visually different stages of emotion while she reviewed the evidence. Shame, surprise, anger, steely silence. She's shaking with fury again. Did you order Obria's death? If you still worry over the question, why did you come here? I did not, Captain. Alright, do you think Guxmiga is alive? A creature like Guxmiga doesn't die on its own. She might change her form, name, appearance, but she will live on until someone stronger than her spikes her to the ground and guts her. If I ever come across her again, I swear upon Shalen's grave that I will be the one to do it. In the meantime, I will share what I can with Arbiter Phalis Viord, who has hunted the Gux in the past. Will you try some reprisal against Sylvain von Shah? I have a feeling whatever power within Thulin was using her to bring me down, they will do much worse than I could. The Red Lions of Thulin have claws, and they are not afraid to flex them, as you have seen. However, Sylvain von Shah and her sponsor may try to take their revenge upon you, Captain. Okay, what will you do? You have an incinerator to operate, I'm sure. In all my long years, I've never had something so recolor my Zendu memories. With meditation, I can pull up those moments with Guxmiga as if they were happening before me, as if she was still Mary Cahot. But now, I see the lies I've encoded in my genetic fabric. Before I destroy this evidence, I must go back over it in detail and ensure every stitch of it and every expression, movement, and word from Guxmiga is encoded into my memory. I will not be duped again, nor will any Zendu who may bear in my lineage. I must make new memories to reveal the truth of the old before this cube heads to the incinerator. We have gained a massive experience reward. I've turned the Gux evidence over to the Arbiter. We've also gained 100 personal rep with Estelle. We've lost 100 personal rep with Sylvain von Shah and with the Thulin as well. Really? With the Thulin as well? So what's it look like now? House Thulin, we're at 199. We're still a legendary hero. That's nice. Alright, well, for the next mission, Goltha Theory revealed to us an opportunity to steal a revolutionary Yeah, I like the idea of stealing a revolutionary technology. Let's get on to that mission, shall we? 1.3 million in the bank. We've got our ship set up the way we want it. Someday I'm going to have to try a carrier, but that day is not today. So one of the interesting things was I've played this game enough. I recognize all of these ships immediately. They're all very cool designs in my opinion, and I didn't know for the longest time if the Treese brothers designed these ships themselves or not, and I found out that they didn't because YouTube was suggesting some videos to me of his person streaming some kind of game. It's a different space game than this, and I noticed right away, I recognized immediately the carrier ship that was shown in the thumbnail for the video, and I was like, did that developer steal assets from the Treese brothers? So I went and I watched their video of them upgrading to a new ship and flash charge this guy, and I also saw this ship right here, this exact ship, as they're flipping through ships that they can upgrade to. And so then I was really suspicious at that point, and I called that out on Twitter, tagged the Treese brothers in it, and they said, no, we all use assets from the same artist because they're an indie studio. They're a small studio. It's literally the Treese brothers. So that made sense to me because I didn't figure that these two people could also be great artists. I mean, maybe one of them is. It's totally true, but these ships are really detailed and they look super cool. Like somebody put a lot of time and effort in to make these. So when I found out that is in fact how it worked, is that they bought these assets from an artist, from a digital artist, and used them in this game. And then somebody else also bought the same assets from that artist and used them in their different game, which was a 3D game, by the way. So you got to see these ships in 3D and the person's flying around space and shooting. You know, it had a little bit of a Elite Dangerous kind of feel to it and stuff. And I thought it was a little weird, but I also thought it was cool. So I need to buff myself here. So yeah, it was a little bizarre seeing one of those bomber ships show up on a thumbnail on a video for a game that was not Star Traders. It's like, wait a second. What the heck? How much more can it do? -2 reactor. Oh yeah, I don't want to do any more than that. Let's do shields. I don't want to blow up ship. I need the intel. Oh, you're hurting, aren't you? Let's do a little bit more of this. Yeah. Oh, did I not fire my weapons? I'm a complete idiot. I'm trying to think of a bunch of different things at the same time here. I'm being a dummy. No big surprise. It's just a lot going on because also at the same time that I was being hit with Turn-Based Fest and the Master of Magic game and trying to get a review ready for that, I also got slammed at my work. So it was like, oh, brother, did you have to hit me with all this right now? So there's been a lot of... Uh-oh. Oh, no, I let it go too far again. Oh, I'm not keeping my eye on the ball here. Well, that's too bad. Okay. Darn. Well, live and learn, I guess. Too powerful for our own good. This is what happens when I get to rambling like I do on this episode where I'm talking about a bunch of stuff that is not the game I'm actually playing. Alright. These people. Oh, she's a commander. What can we do for her? This one's a good buff. Plus 35 standard damage, plus 25% critical for the next 3 turns. I like that one. Coordinated fire. That is full on offense awesomeness there. Purges ship's crew of any crippling effects. Protects from morale damage. Yeah, the seats. So I mentioned earlier in the series that one of the playthroughs I'd like to do is as a salvager, and you can see right here, these are the skills, the talents that you'll need if you want to salvage. Passing the spice plate in the hall, affable talk uncovers a new rumor. Rumors are how you're going to find salvage opportunities, and then while salvaging an orb will increase the credit rewards. So I'm really interested to see how that all plays out. I think it'd be really fun to do a playthrough like that. And see if you can make good money doing it. That's the thing. There's a bunch of different ways to make money in the game. Bounty hunting is really lucrative. It's probably my favorite way of playing the game. But trade, as you saw, when you can get into the rare trade goods like we did in this series, lots of good things can happen there. So why are we here? Were we just gassing up? Goltha Theory, local. Cassie Kane. Okay, what about Cassie King? Cassie King, retired diplomat. Known details. Wait a minute, what am I missing about this? I'm not reading something all the way here. What is this? Goltha Theory local. Cassie King has revealed to us an opportunity to steal revolutionary technology from Devaltos, the new Goltha scanner tech. If it is even real. Is that her mission? Oh, it is, this one. Okay, 4 jumps. All right. So I thought that was the mission, and it's not. See, that's what I get again for not paying attention. Right now, I'm the student in class who's just not paying attention. I'm daydreaming and scribbling in my notebook, so forgive me, teacher. Can I dump off some things here? Sell cargo. What kind of cargo do we have? Water purifiers. Raw spice. Sell that. Hydrogen fuel. Water purifiers. Oh, I should check that mission. That mission probably wanted me to sell raw spice. Nope. We just have to go drop something off. Oh, Well, thank goodness. Make it easy on me. Pirate. You're a pirate, but you're not a true pirate. Yeah, alright. One crew member with a merciless trait lost some morale. Well, it'd be funny to have a whole crew of people with a merciless trait and then just smoke everything you run across. Oh, Steel Song. They're the ones we are down on the most. This is the Rheinruhe Fischer. Let's patrol this real quick and see if we can make use of things. Well, we had 3 good cards there and we didn't get any of them. So there's 3 good cards here. So I'm going to give myself a good chance with 4 cards. Okay, strike a blow. There's 1 good card there. And that was the first one to go. Fight an unexpected ship. Surrender to looting. Because I got nothing to loot there, punks. Bounty Hunter. Bye-bye. Give me a pirate instead. Oh. First 2 cards gone. Are the good cards. Bounty Hunter again. Varied results. We arrived in the nick of time to save the sole survivor. Dr. Rowan Faut was a crew member on the ship that went down and has been brought on board for the time being. Really? Okay. Does that show up in our cargo then? Oh, it's an independent. Going to fight them. It's an independent, so we'll go show them the hospitality of us. Let's see. You're not going anywhere when I shoot that at you. Okay, let's actually fight this time and get some valuable intel. We've missed 2 opportunities here. Actually, let's do this. Fire all of those with that. And then we can probably start the boarding process on this small ship here. Oh, you're hurting. You are hurting for certain. Okay, we're gonna shoot that one up there and board you. Yeah, let's do it. How much does that hit? 112. Well then, Doc, you're gonna be a little pushy. You're gonna be a little dead. Be a little pushy again. Alright, now you can play with their emotions. Let's just do this. Ooh. Big stabs. Oh, that's just hardcore, isn't it? I'm gonna go in penalty on that one, and I don't care. 'Cause everybody's gonna be dead. Okay, panic the enemy's crew, passenger cabin, so we don't care about that. Let's chuck a wrench into the works here. What do they have left? 202 on the hull. Man, if we crit, that's the end of it, so we better just board. Solace in battle. There's no solace for you, there's only death. Oh, look at you folks. Hanging out. Getting cut up. Cut you up. You're dead. Oh, shooting at my doctor. Well, at least you are not an automated turret, because that thing was chewy. Man, it really mowed through us. That thing was awful. Okay, knock that down. That's nice. Shooting my doctor again. I'm not happy about that decision. Still shooting at my doctor. That is just foul. You'll pay for that. Let's see. Yeah, you'll pay. Shoot him. 202 points. Wow. Gotha missile battery is close enough to strike. That's interesting. We're going to leave some people wounded instead. Well then. Oh, I should be repairing my ship, but I can do it with the repair afterwards as well. Oh, I didn't flash charge these guys though, did I? So I probably don't have anything to repair. What about this? What about, yeah, do that. That's who I wanted to drop. They had 14 points, so. Oh, I'm liking this. Sister. Oh, you're just not going to get a chance, are you? If that doesn't kill you, it will stun you. I love those first turn ones. That void engine is gone. That means it's over. It's over. Take the fuel. What do they got for cargo? Bunch of stuff. Loyalty rousing. Medical ward. Rough interrogation. That's the most important thing. Loot armory. Let's see. Destroy. Orchestrated salvage. Battle damage repair. We don't have any of that. Medical ward. Don't need. So lots of stuff there. Steel song. Remove a risk card. Okay. I'd like to get that one. Hey. All right. Oh, and there's no more good ones, so. I mean, I can re-roll that whole deck there, but I don't really want to. Doc, what do you got for me? Your talents. Whoa, what are you? Oh, you're a... Oh, Rowan Favout. Oh, so he's the guy we rescued. Oh, that's awesome. I've never rescued anybody while patrolling before. And he's a doctor. Oh my gosh. How nice is it to have another doctor on board? Automatically passes a failed doctor test in any situation. Doc, welcome aboard. He might leave. I don't know if he'll... So here's the thing I don't know is I don't know if he'll leave. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if he'll leave. That'd be really interesting to know. Because if he doesn't leave, that's a great way to get a crew member. Wow. I wonder if that's part of like a more recent update, because I've never seen that before, and I've put hundreds and hundreds of hours into this game, so that's surprising to me. I think it's really cool, though. I love the idea of you can pick up a couple extra crew members. Of course, maybe one of the reasons I've never seen it is because so often I'm running with a full crew, which I think most players are. So you notice I had that open slot for a long time at the start of this episode, and then we were able to rescue him. So that was pretty cool. Rat in the tech. Oh, discreet bribe, sneaky slip. We got a saving talent. So you're the one that Kane sent. We have your money, Zal. It's all that matters. What matters more is what you can tell us about the research lab. Where is it, and what weaknesses does it have? It's a Devaltos military lab. It doesn't have weaknesses. Now let's just take it slow. Think about it. Protocols, procedures, record keeping, secondary locations, the personnel. There are weaknesses, Zal. You don't get this heap of money unless you talk. Alright, let me see. In the end, Zal had a few juicy tidbits to share along with the lab's exact location. It's an open secret that the site's security commanding officer, Carl Valls, is a spice addict and spends a few too many nights down in the plates. And the chief researcher, Officer Kai Mar was brought in from off-world. She left her family on Devaltos Prime for this position, her husband and 2 sons. So there are angles. Next, we need to do a preliminary sweep of the lab system for anything else we might be able to use. Well, so this is Devaltos. We're at 63. Okay. Captain, a Thulan bounty hunters follow us out of the system. We all knew Sylvain von Shaw would not forget and forgive. They're not hailing, Captain. Bad stations. Oh, you think you can come at me with that heap of junk? Ooh, dominant, our boarding ability. Okay. Let's go, Von Shaw. I hope you paid for the best, because I've buried the rest. Bounty hunter, they're not going to back up, so that's great. Let's just go in there and tear him a new one. Defeat their crew, and we'll get some intel from them as well. Okay, you guys really happy about your decision in life? Let's see about this. Those ships do have a lot of weapons. So they've got something at every range. But they have never seen anything quite like us before. Oh, did I hurt your itty bitty widow ship? Yes, I did. And I'm gonna hurt it some more. Not enough reactor points. Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, because we used that one to do radiation damage to their crew. Oh, 234. That's a big hit there. That's a big smackdown. Oh, and the radiation came off. So we're going to advance. And just make sure we got defense. There's no reason for them to hit us. That one might have hit us if we hadn't done that. Look at that. 249. Cha-chunk. Okay, he's got 262 left. Let's just board this puppy. We're going to stack defensive buffs so he doesn't have a chance. You thought you were the bounty hunter. You didn't realize that it's I who will be doing the hunting. Okay, guys. Gang. 16. So that's... I don't have anything that does 7. What is this? 10... 16 initiative to use. I know I don't have anything like that. That's that small. Not with this guy. I was hoping that I could do something to delay my turn, basically, and yet still have enough to be above her so I could take a shot at her. Because the closest, like, oh, I can take a shot at her. This one does the whole thing. Great. Yeah, you're dead. That's all I wanted to be able to do was take her out. Okay. Now the rest of you can go down in whatever order we deem it necessary. Suckers. Oh, that just hurts. It hurts you so much, doesn't it? Yeah, you tried to shoot me. But, you know. I have the superior force. Cripple 2 to 4 weapons causing up to 40 damage. So 51% to the Thunder Lance Array. 46 to the Vengeance Grav Cannon. Doing damage to the Grav Cannon. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do... we have a repair talent in here. What is this one? Rust patches. Oh, no damage components. Well... not getting hit is the way to go. Oh, look. We got another one. Actually, with this one, nope, you can't. It's just that one. This one, that one requires stealth, doesn't it? Yeah, it requires stealth mode. So we'll pop him with this and hope it's enough. It's not, so we're going to have to kill everybody else really, really fast. Okay. Can you kill her? Oh, he should have shot at this one. That's okay. This will work. As long as we can keep them from hitting us. That's all I care about. With the sniper rifle. Morale break. And that person's dead. Panic the crew. They're Inferno torpedo. Biological agents. That would be better. Let's do that. I am a big fan whenever it comes to not only games but sports. This is where I get my philosophy from, is from sports. I'm a big fan of whatever the other team is doing to you that you really hate to defend against. That's the thing that you need to be doing as well when you're on offense. And I hate snipers one-shotting my guys. So I make sure to take out their best weapon. And then, of course, I have my sniper. Who's going to be like, well, looky here. You got the highest amount of points there. You're not going to have any points at all when you're dead. Okay, and then this one, she can get 2 at one time. She can reduce this by 2, which is great. Yeah, so then we're going to do you. Stab you with this big special sword. The blaze light ray. So for instance, like in baseball, and we all know that analytics has come along and reshaped the way baseball works. So much so that to the point that the Major League Baseball has enacted some rules at the minor league level, which looks like these rules will translate over to the major leagues next year. They're going to outlaw the shift because analytics basically said, listen, there's some of these guys just they're pull hitters. You just need to shift every single time. I love analytics because I like data and I like facts. But it changed the game. And one of the things that I understand the analytics behind it, but one of the things that's kind of a bummer about analytics is that it took base stealing out of the game. And I have to say that as someone who played baseball when I was younger, the most annoying thing to me playing defense in baseball were guys who could run. Base stealers suck. And so it always surprised me that even with analytics saying don't base run, that there weren't coaches or managers who would just say, you know what, I got some fast guys though, and I know how much pressure it puts on pitchers and fielders to try and pick these, and catchers especially, to try and make throws and pick these guys off, so we're gonna run. I just think if you have a team of runners, man, it makes a difference. So, destroy. Oh, I had it too soon. Orchestrated salvage. I wanted to check their cargo and I didn't. All right. So rat in the tech, 1 jump away. Yeah, and that's why I'm not a New England Patriots fan at all in the NFL. It's not my team, but I love Bill Belichick because what he's done over the course of his coaching career is exactly what I think good coaches should do. They figure out what you're good at and they take that away, and then they figure out what you're bad at, and it's like you have a wound and they keep poking a knife into it. And he's just so good at that. He has traditionally been very, very good at that. And I think that's how you have to do it. You got to figure out what your enemy is weak at and just really poke the heck out of that spot. I'm gonna do this. You know, in sports, especially in football, the flip side of that coin is there are coaches who are like, this is my philosophy and this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna do it so well that nobody can stop us. But I just feel like that's a really flawed philosophy. It's like, I'm gonna keep beating my head against this wall, even though because we can plow our way through this wall if we beat our head against it hard enough, not knowing that the wall is made out of like 10-foot thick concrete. So I like the Belichick approach, which is like, there's a crack in this wall over here. What happens if we take a water pressure to it? Football is one of those sports that's the NFL is like the only sport that I like to watch, really. Other than the World Cup games were fun this year, some of them were, but it's an annoying sport to watch when coaches just seem to be stuck on this idea of doing really frustrating things that aren't productive. And a great example of this, like, my wife doesn't know anything about football. She's learned a little bit of it being married to me over the last few years, but she really is not a football person. And I thought it was pretty funny because lots of coaches, even when they're just not having any success running the ball at all, will still keep calling rushing plays right into the teeth of the defense. And these guys fall down for 0 yards or minus yards or 1 yard, and my wife is so funny. It's so funny to hear the reaction from somebody who doesn't really know anything about football. And she'll be like, they're all those teams are always calling that play and it never works. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why it's sad. And they do that for the simple reason that there's that misguided idea of philosophy, like, we have to keep running the ball, and then we'll break a big one open towards the end of the game. And it's like, yeah, but if you're already down by 3 touchdowns, who cares? The point is to score points and win the game. And it's so odd because it feels like it's only just now that some analytics is making it into the football sphere and starting to tell coaches that, oh, by the way, you should probably go for it on 4th down. Like, think about if you're, and this goes back to, think about if you're a defensive team. If you're playing defense, this goes back to my philosophy of whatever the other team is doing that you hate to defend, that's what you should be doing when you're on offense. And what do you hate to defend? I mean, what sucks more than 4th and 1? You're staring at it and you're like, God, the offense can run anything from 4th and 1. A QB sneak is probably going to work 99% of the time. But there's also a whole bunch of other plays that work. It's so hard to defend. Like, you get to like 3rd and 10 and the team gets 9 yards. You're like, oh, you feel so relieved as long as they don't go for it. But the minute they start going for it, you get nervous. You're like, oh God, I thought we were going to get off the field and now we can't, So that's the philosophy. Whatever they're going to do that you hate defending, that's what you should be doing. And of course now, with the way analytics works, they're able to start proving that in many of those cases, that is also the correct move. Yes, you should be going for it. It not only does, in the grand scheme of things, not only does it up your win percentage, it does that because it keeps the drive alive, it sustains it, it gets it closer to the other person's goal end zone, so that you're increasing your chances of at least getting some points, at least getting a field goal, possibly a touchdown. It's just, it blows me away that there are still coaches at the NFL level, at the level where these people have a lot of money for analytics departments and research and things, and they still have a huge aversion to going for it on 4th and 1, when, especially in places where it's like too far to kick a field goal, and your team is playing well and the other team's defense is gassed, and they don't want to have to defend 4th and 1. Go for it. And they just, oh man, cowards, all of them. Rough interrogation, battle damage repaired, medical ward, loot armory, more damage. Nope. We got anything else? Loyalty arousal, destroy, salvage, leave. Okay. Well, this is where we're going to end this episode. It's been plenty long, and I have rambled a lot. Rat in the tech, we need to spy. Okay, you know what? We're going to do that next episode, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me. As always, if you dig it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your questions and comments down below. For those of you who stuck around to the end, I'm hopefully going to get this video out. Today, it's a Wednesday. Turn-Based Fest starts tomorrow. The schedule is going to be up. It's going to go up today. I will be posting that on Twitter. I'll be posting that on my Patreon. Everybody take a look at that. If there are going to be some streams and some videos you're going to want to watch, I know there's going to be a bunch that I want to watch. So I'm going to be trying to catch as much of that as I can. And then my own premiere is tomorrow for USC Counterforce. It's 3 p.m. Eastern, it's 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Just click on my site. You'll see the premiere video and the countdown. And that's going to go on all the way through the weekend, through the 12th. And then on the 13th, Master of Magic comes out, and I will have a review video for that. Hopefully I can get a little further into the game so I can have a little bit more comprehensive review of it, because right now what I have to review is not that deep. And then, of course, there are big announcements. The Game Awards announcements we will probably know by the time Turn-Based Fest starts, that if Elden Ring has a DLC. And of course, I mentioned MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries is getting a DLC in January. So just tons of gaming news and lots of games on the horizon coming out that are going to be fantastic to play. I'm just very excited. So folks, stick around. This is definitely one of those weeks you're going to want to pay attention to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.